Alrighty, back up with the second stream and the what should end up being the third or fourth video of the series. I don't know because I haven't gotten back by the editor yet. But sorry about cutting last stream short. I ended up finishing all the side quests that was left around without entering Cyclops Lane or Firecat Alley. And yeah. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and continue. And yeah. And if I could somehow loop this over here. I think I know exactly how. Let's grab that. Then I go over here. Grab that. That should be good. All right. Now I can actually re-enable that. Let me know if it's too loud or not. For the playlist that is being played is the Sleepery Drifter. Made by a good friend of mine, Kazuki Hiratani.
There. Much better. Hopefully you're more useful than my other assistants. Lazy layabouts just run off. My fellow students and I came to confirm the successful thwarting of the Cyclops Rebellion. But there's a problem. The thwarting was unsuccessful. Which should be impossible. Professor Drake handled this problem as any conjurer would. He summoned trolls and minotaurs to deal with it for him. But these lumbering trolls and minotaur warhorns don't seem to be working. They're just wandering around in circles. We could report that to Professor Drake, but I see a spark of ambition in you. Let's knock the sense back into these beasts ourselves, yes? That will certainly earn us some extra credits. You go battle trolls and I'll handle the warhorns.
Okay. Blade into a ghoul, deals with the warhorn. Don't need this dark sprite. Or deals with the troll, not the warhorn. Much love to you too as well, Angel. Sorry for the slight delay on responding there. Actually, I think I got it. I think I responded at the perfect time there. Also trying out a new camera position for a little bit. Come on, lumbering trolls. Blade. I got smacked for 69 damage. Quite interesting, that is. Alright, there we go. At least these are fairly straightforward with their completion. Ugh. You know, maybe I should get a standing desk for my for some of my streams, or at least set up a standing camera angle for some of these games. I wonder if that would be better. Probably would be.
You fight good. You're not as easy to capture as other students were. Now General Achilles let trolls go hungry.
If I remember correctly, wasn't like one of these two side quests to also fight trolls? Going to be accepting these, but not going to be doing them immediately.
What? The trolls summoned to defeat the Cyclopses have joined up with them and captured my student assistants? What did you... Never mind, never mind. This is no time for recriminations. That will come later. Now we must figure out how this happened. Myth minions cannot just turn on their masters. It's against their code of honor, or laws of physics, or whatever. There's something strange afoot. I think our best course of action is to tell a grown-up. Report the situation to Professor Drake, while I remain and bravely hold them. Make sure to mention that I'm still here, bravely holding the line while the other students are busy talking and getting captured.
You can get to Ravenwood. Use the return to comments button to
Yes,
get
I
back
am
to the
well aware
comments
of that,
and then
Gamma.
get to Ravenwood.
You told me that earlier.
Sweet.
Alright. Let's grab some more cattails, because these are very important crafting ingredients. Mark location there. And get going.
Yes, trouble on Cyclops Lane, something students. Oh, you're one of those fast talkers, aren't you? Lovely. Let me save you the trouble of breathlessly barking and dancing about like a dog reporting a mishap in a well. I already know everything, and I need you, yes you, to help me save Cyclops Lane. Are you up to it? Splendid. Then quickly, go to Victor Darkwood in the shopping district. He will give you an item of great importance. Bring it back to me.
I always found this quest to be quite annoying regarding the professors, specifically Cyrus Drake here.
Welcome to Darkwoods Apparel Barrel, where shopping for apparel's more fun than monkistons in a barrel. Professor Drake sent you, eh? Which one? The mean one or the evil one? Tyrus? Aye. He's the mean one. The old Death Professor Malice there, aye. That's his brother. Always wear a grumpy pair. Can't say I mind there being one less around these days. Anyway, here's the old Grump's package. All his laundry clean, pressed, and folded correctly. No matter what he says.
Yep. Sent to recover his dry cleaning. Cyrus, you're a mean one. Almost as mean as the Grinch.
Well, that certainly took you long enough. No doubt Victor folded my robes improperly as well. Why do you continue raving about Cyclops Lane? The situation is well in hand. I sent an army of trolls to ensure as much. The trolls are revolting, you say? Yes, that is a problem, and it must be dealt with harshly. Take this note to Headmaster Ambrose at once.
Said note is going to try to insist on my expulsion from Ravenwood Academy. School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
I will not expel you. I realize Professor Drake takes particular umbrage at the trolls are revolting joke, but this is simply too far. You mean to say the trolls he sent to Cyclops Lane are revolting in the combative sense? Oh dear, he must remedy this at once. Don't worry, young wizard. Professor Drake may seem callous, but he is not his brother. Impress upon him the severity of the issue, and he will help.
Are you sure about that, Ambrose? I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. Buddy, are you okay? You're sitting there seeming like you're pondering your existence. Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need anything, buddy? Do you need something in particular? Or are you just anxious because of the thunderstorm that's still going on? Is that it, buddy? That must be it, huh?
You're still here? The trolls are rebelling, Captured some students, you say? Nolan behaving bravely? I don't believe you.
It's okay. Do you want to come over here? Do you want to come over here? You want to come over here, buddy? Do you want to come over here, old man? You're more than welcome to. If that's not the case, do you want to go outside again? Do you need to go outside again, old man? I can go take you outside if you want to go outside. What's with that seemingly grin on your face? Are you happy I'm talking to you? Well, come over here. If you appreciate me talking to you so much, come on over here. No, you don't want to move from that spot? No worries. But I do recommend laying in your bed rather than sitting on the hard tile floor. I think it's more comfortable there. I really do. You're a good boy, buddy, okay? You're a very good boy.
Although, thinking about it, Wizard City is old and holds many ghosts with strange powers not commonly practiced today. It's not impossible. Such a spirit may have a way to enthrall my minions. Though General Achilles would have neither means nor motive to summon one. What's that? Yes, Malastair would. I heard you met him. Well, he and Achilles are old comrades. Who knows what dark powers he gave the Cyclops?
Yup. Very sweet old man.
All I can do is guide you. Whatever my brother summoned to disrupt my magic will be with Achilles. Find it, destroy it, and save the students. Also, make sure young Master Stormgate doesn't get swallowed by his own humongo frog again.
If you marked your location, click the recall button to return to your mark.
Let's go ahead and return to my mark. Come here. Come on. Hold up, buddy, okay? Just give me a moment. Let's put that underneath there. That underneath there. Come on, buddy. Come on, old man. Upsy daisy. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Well. Hey, gold man. Yeah. Yeah. I know that wasn't directly what you wanted, but yeah. Now you can chill on my lap. Yeah. Good boy.
Professor Drake said to tell me not to get eaten. I knew deep down he really cared, and he's trusted me to save Cyclops Lane. So then, if the students were kidnapped by trolls, and the trolls work for the Cyclopsa, then a Cyclops should know where the students are. Therefore, my first order of business is to have you go fight Cyclopsicles until one tells you where the students are.
Why did you call them 3 different names, Nolan? Hi. Oh. You are being very talkative in your own way. Yeah, you are. Before I continue, let's go ahead and grab the smith from over here. One less smith to grab later. Good boy. I did not mean to point that too far over. Right there should be about where I want it. Slightly lower down than I usually have it, but oh well.
Alright, the students are in the dark cave. We have the trolls deliver them. Cause there's nightmares in there. No saint Cyclops can endure.
Good boy, buddy. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, let's open this silver chest before I go. Yeah, you're a very good boy. Yeah. Tell me more. Yeah, tell me more. Is that so? Is that really so? I understand. I understand, buddy. Oh, really? I'm sorry I'm annoying you right now, okay? I'm sorry, okay? You just try to relax. Yeah, you just try to relax, old man. Yeah. Oh, really? You just want to hide underneath my arm? Yeah. That's understandable. He's doing okay.
You have to get us out of here. Those zombie creatures have the talisman
Yeah,
to dispel
buddy.
these bubbles. Get it from them, please.
He's just groaning a lot because, he's old and he doesn't necessarily like being up on the lap. He doesn't consider himself a lapdog at all. Although he definitely is. Yeah, buddy, you are definitely a lapdog. You old fat man. You fat old man. You adorable, sweet fat old man. Do be careful with that paw, you don't want to fall. You don't want to fall, buddy. I know that's exactly why I have your bed here, but you don't want to fall and hit your head. Yes, you're right. I would not let you fall. But still, you don't want to start that either, do you? Okay.
Fine. Take the talisman. Free the miscreants. But you will all be chow for the Great One, whose gaze enthralls and whose teeth destroy.
Puppy cam.
Oh, thank you. I thought for sure the spirits here were going to possess us and make us dance.
Hey, buddy, look up here.
Upbeat music.
Look
It's
up
my
here.
worst fear.
Look up here, buddy. Buddy, look up here. No, you don't want to. Look up here.
I don't know what happened. The trolls just grabbed us and sealed us in bubbles to become vessels for the Great One. Whatever that means. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd very much like to flee in terror.
Indeed.
Hey, wizard. I could...
Alright, that's the end of that quest. I wanted to wait until stream to turn that in. Really, buddy? Really?
Dude, you rock! Did you see all these gnarly ghosts? Oh,
I love you.
Osiris said they were sealed in this cave by his bro back in the day.
It's okay, old man. It's okay. He's a little grumpy. He appreciates the loves, but he does not appreciate me streaming. He'd much rather me give him my attention.
Something with power over the dead broke him out, though. Oh, I bet it was Malorn. Dude's always been jealous of my raw cool. Oh, Oh, you think Malice there did it? Didn't they blow up with the death school or something? Yeah, whatever. Going out to get some rays.
You want down now? You want down now, buddy? There you go. There you go. There's your bed too, okay? Oh, 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 oh. Camera malfunctions. Slight camera malfunctions. I do need to go do something though. Trying not to fall on my face too, because losing my balance over my two left feet. Alright, now to free the last person from the bubble. I guess I could also fight one of those armored skeletons, but I'll do that later.
At last. Let me guess, Nolan sent you to do his work for him? That is such a myth wizard thing to do. Or maybe it's just him. I'll get everyone to safety. Find us back by Nolan and we can discuss next steps.
Sounds good, Electra. Oh, didn't actually pick up the mushrooms. Alright. There we go. And grab another silver chest, because picking up these gives me spellaments, although tier 1, still very helpful. Alright. Ah. Oh well. Deathblade. And then a ghoul. Get back the health I lost just then, and a little bit more after. Should be 139. Alright, so...
Everyone safe? Good. Now we need to finish the job the trolls and Warhorn started. We need to defeat General Achilles. I don't know what dark influence Achilles found in this cave or how it lets him disrupt control of Professor Drake's minions, but it doesn't matter.
I feel like it matters a little bit. We'll never get to Achilles' tower with those Warhorns on his side.
No, we definitely won't. Our spellbooks are gone. They are not entry-level monsters. But our new friend here can do it.
Oh, that's an excellent idea I just had. Wizard, go fight Warhorns until they surrender.
Thanks.
Hey, Rosie.
Hey!
Yeah, I might as well accept your quest. Let's go to Achilles Tower. A single blade ghoul will not be enough to take these guys out, so I will need a second blade. Let's turn that down a little bit more. Aw, man, really? I'd rather use a ghoul still, rather than the frog. Just to gain the health back. One of two and one of three. I might as well fight the, all three of them. Do I want ice with this, or do I just want it straight up? Probably just straight up. Man, I wish I wasn't so, tone deaf, or else I would actually be trying to help a friend of mine out with, making these songs himself, too. Maybe I'll eventually try to take classes. Maybe eventually. All right. Thanks for the follow, F12 Ghost TV. Much appreciated. Welcome to the pack. Hope you're having a lovely day today. I had a feeling it was the case. Glad you stopped by and gave a follow, though. Much love to you, too.
You won't get past Colonel Romulus anyway. You're just wasting your time. I saw you defeat the Warhorns, Wizard. But can you defeat Achilles? I hope so. He just hasn't been the same since that undead monster came in. I'll be honest with you. It scares me, wizard. Someone needs to save General Achilles from himself. Can you do it? Then go inside, and good luck.
Okay, I did finish that one. I can turn it in after. Alright. This is definitely going to be a section where I use a trap.
Comes to face me at last. Know this. I see Cyclops Lane, but it was not my choice.
It was mine. No, down here, near the ground. Yes, me. Fear me. For I am a prince of Darkmoor, cursed to be a bunny, beaten by a vampire, then trapped between physical and spiritual planes. I am a ghostly vampire bunny, and I once tried to control Lizard City with my hypnotic gaze. Alas, I was sealed in a cage with the other undead. But Malice there destroyed our prison, sent us to cause chaos. And then his brother provided an easily swayed army of trolls and cowards. But sadly, yours is too keen an intellect to fall for my diabolical cuteness. So instead, sit down, General.
Alright, Deathblade once again. This pet is going to be helping me for so long throughout the game. Up until possibly getting a, up until about level 50, actually. 48. And this should be an absolute nuking of General Achilles. I trapped the wrong enemy, actually, I just realized. Oh well. I shouldn't need the trap for a General Achilles. Hate how tall the Cyclopses are. Cyclopses.
So you brought Achilles to here. Doesn't matter. As long as my influence remains over Cyclops Lane, I will never fade.
He's right, you know. His thralls keep him tethered to the physical world. But if he lost them, he'd fade back to the nexus twixt life and death. I'm telling you this because I never liked that bunny. I took Cyclops Lane as a distraction from Malister's plan. Whatever that is. We Cyclops are an honorable people, and I was honor-bound to Malister for saving my life from a rogue optometrist. Now, I'm honor-bound to you. The Great One sees the watching eyes, our security system, turning them into hypno-eyes to lull all the minions on the street, all at once. Even now, these crystal balls maintain his bewitching gaze. Destroy them, and his influence over this street will dissipate.
Pretty simple.
In its most rarefied form, myth is the magic of the mind, the energy of thought and imagination. But in its current application, the myth school is relatively young, relying as it does on fables and legends that needed first to be written. Conjuration was discovered by a bard named Jack Stanley Kane, who sang a troll song so well the troll came to life and attacked the audience. The performance received mixed reviews, but the monster summoning was embraced by everyone, from tyrants to toddlers, and remains in practice today.
That makes a lot of sense.
This isn't the end of me, Wizard. I'll be back. Ours will be a rivalry for the ages. You'll see. One day, the Great One will return!
I
gotta take a screenshot of that.
He probably won't return, and his thrall should slowly return to normal. I vow I will honor my word and restore order to this stream.
I'm pretty sure the Great One doesn't return, but there's another Great One. No, the other one is the old one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I swear there's a spot somewhere where you fight the bunny again.
Oh, thank you. And see, it says right on the front.
The trolls and warhorns seem more docile now. I take it that means we were successful in defeating General Achilles?
That is correct, Nolan.
More like this wizard was successful, bro. Doesn't look like you moved an inch since you got us captured.
Now let's not point fingers. We succeed and fail as a team. And I will report our success to Professor Drake.
Whatever you say, Nolan. Wizard, you should head back to Sergeant Muldoon in Old Town and tell him Cyclops Lane is under control.
That is my plan.
Ask Victor Darkwood about costumes, Lloyd Fallingwater about stands, and
I
Pierre
will do
Gallagher about
these
prices.
later. Simply put, I do not want to have take the time to do them right now.
He's likely just backing his old heart out.
However, I
down the
will do
street.
that one.
Mind taking a look for me? If he's there, I'll get some guards to back you up.
I will do this one real quick, though.
Stupid hammer! Throw thunder! Yeah! Yeah! Strike! I think it's broken. Hey, who are you? Can you make this thunder hammer do thunder? No? Then you're no use to me.
Heh heh heh. Thunder hammer do thunder? Are you trying to say that your hammer is Mjolnir? Because I hate to break it to you, if it was Mjolnir, you wouldn't even be able to lift it. It does look like a heavy hammer, even for you, though. Alright, then I trap you. I am curious. And ouch, that kind of hurt. I took up a bit of a beating from this fight here.
this thunder hammer actually worked, you wouldn't have beat me. So fine, take it to Emerson. Let these guys arrest me. I'll be back. Nothing can escape the all-seeing eyes.
Sure you will. Sure you will, bud. Private Emerson.
I heard we arrested Ius Maximus thanks to you. How'd I hear? Messenger grackles. Standard practice. I'll take this work of art back to Pablo Thunder. He's been real emotional about it. Creative types, right?
Indeed, Emerson, indeed. Let's see. Where's the quest? Maldoon. Just gonna place that over there now. You know, I wonder if I could get some custom placemats. Custom mouse pads.
Backing down? Good. Then maybe he can do the job he promised to do and maintain order on Cyclops Lane. Though it may take a while with all the creatures roaming around there now. Good work all the same, wizard.
Thank you, Maldoon. And I am finally level 10. So, I will be losing 5 accuracy to gain a starting pip. Results. I no longer need this, and I don't really need the ghoul, but I will keep the ghoul just in case. I will add a second blade in the process. Now, it should only take me blade, to be able to use Colossal Frog. And now we go into Firecat Alley. I will be dealing with all the side quests I have grabbed later.
Halt! Oh, you're that Unicorn Way hero wizard, aren't you? What? Sergeant Muldoon sent you? Woo! I need all the help I can get.
Sounds good, Private Quinn.
This street is ablaze, wizard, and not in the way it's always ablaze. It's been completely consumed by anger and hostility and violence. The fire elves have gone insane. A gaggle of them even broke down the gate to the dark cave. Now the undead have spilled out into the street. I can't hold all these roving mobs of mayhem at bay alone. Please, wizard, can you drive the haunted minions back?
Sure. Pretty much the only reason why I'm leaving a ghoul in is so that way I can deal with these mob fights first turn without needing a blade. Most of them I don't need a blade on. Like these haunted minions. I do believe there's also a spell I can get from Malorn Ashthorn, which would be a 3-pip damage spell.
We'll keep to this corner of the street, but we're not going back in the dark cave. It's spooky in there.
I can understand that, guys. I can understand not wanting to go back where it's spooky.
The undead have promised not to venture any farther? It's not ideal, but after everything else that's happened here, I call that a win.
I bet you do.
It all started when the Fire Elves were rehearsing the song Recollection from Fire Cats, the musical. Everything was going fine, pitchy soprano solo aside, when one of the Fire Elves suddenly shot a tiny arrow at me. Then another elf joined in. Then another. The animosity spread like wildfire. Now even the lawn decorations have risen up and gone all stabby. It all started when the fire... Everything was going fine, pitchy soprano solo aside, when one of the Fire Elves suddenly shot a tiny arrow at me. Then another elf joined in.
Pitchy soprano solo aside, that is a hint as to what caused the massive outbreak here in Firecat Alley.
Then another. A wizard named Lizzo Firespitter was coaching the elves on singing before the trouble started. I saw them attack her. I simply had to secure this position. Now I'm the only thing standing between all this chaos and Old Town. Please, will you check on Lizzo?
Yes, I will check on Lizzo for you, sir. Currently doing a tutorial of was good. Lots is good here.
This is
Central Gaming. How you doing?
You? Way! You're the new kid who cleaned up Unicorn Way, aren't you?
What you planning to stream today? Some Pal World or some Fortnite? Dude, fix your engine. It sounds atrocious.
Some fire elves attacked me and stole my spell book. The truth hurts, but I'm literally powerless without it. Could you get my spell book back? You will? Thanks. Just try to be gentle, okay? The fire elves aren't evil. Someone, something
Understandable.
has corrupted them.
And just got off? Off the computer entirely or just off your game? I'm assuming off your game because with the second part of your comment, it doesn't make sense that you would have just gotten off stream. Yeah. Off work. Okay. Makes sense. That would be interesting, to say the least. You do whatever you feel like, honestly. I know me, I'm streaming, well, mostly just my playthrough of, my death character here, as well as uploading, edited,
Fire for fiddle! Burnt out ends of smoky days! The stale cold smell of morning! Fire for fiddle!
while editing it down to be, each of the areas for a, entire playthrough over there as well. Random. Ah, jeez. Not again. Getting two forms of content done at once. Quite helpful. honestly, the easiest way I've seen is just stream and record at the same time. Upload it as is, and then you can edit and create shorts of it over on YouTube or more so. If you want to edit down videos directly, it's a little bit more challenging.
Thank you. You really are as talented as they say. However, we're gonna need more than talent to help the fire elves. I have no idea what's causing my little friends to go cuckoo bananas like this, or how to help them. But I might know. There's a rumor of a witch who was fired from Ravenwood
yeah,
that lives in hiding.
That's at least the easiest way I've seen.
They say she turned a kid into a humongo frog.
When it comes to trying to stream and do YouTube videos at the same time, just record your streams. I certainly do that with Streamlabs right here. Well, starting to do that.
I think we can convince her to use her advanced magical prowess to help the fire elves. I might be too optimistic, but that's a human in me. The wizard in me is worried she's the one who caused all this. Either way, we need to find her. Perhaps one of the other denizens knows how.
That's also how I got my 7 Days to Die content over on YouTube for these One Life Challenge, Stream Until I Die.
I saw Shellis Gruffheart cowering in a corner at the top of the hill instead of helping me while I was running for my life earlier. Oh well, go ask Shellis if he knows where the witch lives.
I'll ask him, but don't keep your
Leave me alone! Oh, you're a wizard. Wait, you're not two fire elves in a wizard costume, are you? No? You promise? 'Cause I know ice magic. Okay, I believe you. Which is good, because I don't know a lick of ice magic. So, are you here to save
No
the
worries.
magical child?
See you later.
Fair enough. What do you want then? Do I know where the
I'm gonna be going
witch
until
is?
about 5 p.m. anyway.
I'm not sure. What I am sure of is that the bedeviled fire elves stole my strongbox. My entire month's earnings are in that box, wizard. You get my strongbox back. Wink, wink. And maybe I'll remember the answer to your question.
Shellis. Okay, I'm gonna be walking over to where the Pathfinder elves are, leaving a mark, going to go train my spell. I miss the old looks of the Pathfinders. You can even see them here. They haven't updated it yet. I don't think I actually need that. I added that in specifically for boss fights that have a mob that's above 279. But I really don't think I need that. And I definitely don't plan to use Banshee. Not for a bit, at least. Alright. Need to fight 2 of them, so that's 2 battles. $285. That's... Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 blades for this. So depending on how much damage I take here, will be depending if I use Ghoul or Frog. Which I'm probably just going to use Ghoul regardless. Just because of the heal. grab that. And for the smith in this lane, it is right there to the end of the street on the left. Or it could be on the right. Either way, it's on the left of me towards the end, on one of the two sides. Alright, one more blade, and then I hit. Looking forward to when I get vampire.
Fire for Fiddle, as he loves to tell. Fire for Fiddle, the fiend of the fell. Fire for Fiddle, fire for Fiddle.
So bloody creepy. One moment. I actually just gotta do something real quick that I didn't notice. Oh. Oh well. That's just one more fight, I guess. And then I use a ghoul. Alright. Now I gotta go talk to Shellis because I completed his quest. I can go talk to Gloria Crendel in Old Town to turn in her quest.
My strong box! Thank you. Now about your question. I can't say for certain she's a witch, but there's a peculiar hermit who lives down the way. She keeps her windows drawn, and there's often strange smoke billowing from her chimney. That's the best I can give you. Hope it helps.
Certainly does, Shellis. For the fact that she's an alchemist. Not actually a witch. There is a difference. Although some people consider alchemy witchcraft, which is complete hoggus.
How dare you interrupt an old woman from her stories? Did Ambrose send you to banish me? Well, I'm not going without a fight. What's that? Corrupted fire elves? Murderous magma men? The undead have spilled from Dark Cave? They need the witches? First off, I'm 100% not
that witch.
Or any witch for that matter. I'm an alchemist. Secondly, this sounds like a city guard job. The guard is pinned down. Ugh, typical. All right then, I'll help. But I need to know exactly what we're dealing with here. Take this special vial and collect a sample of magma from those magma men you mentioned for me to analyze. We'll go from there.
Okay. Now to go fight the Magma Men. Definitely would be a lot faster if I had someone questing with me, but solo play is not terrible. Not in the slightest. A single blade ghoul should actually be enough to get this done. Yes, my Switch is what I was getting distracted with too. Come on, let me battle. Alright. Single blade. Oh, and hey, cool, I got a power pip. Nice. Not like I'm gonna use it right now. Of course I fizzle. Why would I not fizzle there? Not like I have a 6% chance to fizzle in general. Or anything. Alright, I can go ahead and just put this to sleep now. Definitely not like I have a 6% chance. And now I walk back in here.
Oh, that was quick. Ew! You smell like sulfur. Now, hand me the magma and I'll run a quick and done. Ah, looks like the root cause was a banshee's whale curse. Oh, and I recognize these melodic signatures. Bastilla Gravewind. Bastilla was the prima donna of the Fire Globe Theater decades ago. She had a bitter relationship with the Fire Elves, especially fellow actors. During a performance of magic fire music, her elf co-star accidentally summoned actual fire magic, and I'd heard that she had a thriving underworld theater career, but apparently she's decided to return with a vengeance. A banshee's whale curse works like an auditory virus. Rehearsals for that dreadful musical served as the perfect way to infect the masses. Thankfully, this particular whale seems to have no effect on humans. But we need to help the Fire Elves before their little brains melt.
Just chatting with my editor and the artist of the music that's playing in the background.
To reverse the curse, I'll need a Herkimer stone to record Bastilla's voice onto. Get one from the rotting fodder in Dark Cave.
I do have a question, Greta. If you're an alchemist, how do you know spells? After all, you claim to be 100% not that witch. I guess I can also just do grab this real quick as well for, mostly armorless while I'm heading there. Not that big of a deal. And let's go grab your crazy cat quest. Fight one of you. Single blade ghoul is enough for the kill because he does not have higher than 279 HP. Or is it 278? I think it's 278. Let's verify. I will need some mana here soon, though. 278. Did not collect the armor. So I will slowly walk further into the cave as I remove battle immunity. Trigger this blade. Slight edge. I just realized I should have known. All the dog hair on the black shirt. Oh, well. Did not collect. Really? Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, Gummerson.
Take our Herkimer stone. We'll dig up another to record our sickened beats upon.
Feels bad, because a lot of these, it feels like we're just being an absolute bully. Beating up and taking the lunch of money of school kids and all that. Other times it does seem like we're actually being helpful and thoughtful. There's two sides to the spectrum here. Never forget, what may be considered doing good on one side is being very, very harmful to the other. And there we go, I collected the armor finally. So I can go turn that quest in whenever. And as I'm running around Firecat Alley, I can grab the cats to turn in the quest to Eleanor here. Which, if I'm remembering, One of them was around here. I could have sworn one of them was around here. Yep, there's one of the fire kitties. Wasn't there another fire kitty around here? I could trigger the quest just to know directly, but... Oh, Shellis, you have another quest for me.
I hope it's not crude to say,
I'll do that later.
ring was supposed to pay my mortgage. Please, Wizard, get the Emberstone ring back for me.
Sure, I'll do that later. Putting your request on the back burner, because I gotta focus on the main. My main objective.
Ah, good. This Herkimer stone should work nicely to record Bastilla's wail. I'll override whatever noise the rotting father had imbued it with. You'll just need to get Bastilla mad enough to let out a good shriek. Herkimer stones naturally capture the sound waves of the undead. I did a little reconnaissance while you were gone. Big surprise, Bastilla is in her old house, the Diva's Tower, down the street. Good luck!
Thank you, Greta! I wonder how you knew exactly where she'd be, though. I mean, you said reconnaissance, but... I don't really believe you. I remember this being a sigil for another boss. I think it still is. Yes, it still is. I should be able to grab this fire kitty. I should not need to do this in order. That's slightly upsetting. Wooden chest. And I don't see a fire kitty anywhere around here. I do see that collar right there, though, which is for the last fire kitty. I believe I will need that.
At last! I've been eagerly awaiting a review of the performance I gave for the Fire Elves. What? Are you not a fan? Well, Alistar is. None of you wretched living creatures' opinions will matter once the Dark Master's plan is fulfilled. And there's nothing you can do about it.
I bet there isn't a thing I can do about it right now. Bastilla survives this, I will be able to use a ghoul on her the next turn, but I don't think she does. She does have a decent bit of death resist, though. So it's very possible. Yeah, that was definitely... I thought I had another blade in. This might not actually kill her. Yep. So let's add both of those. Since I don't have my prism yet, I can't just put a prism on her. It also could have just been the low end of the damage on the frog, which would have been most unfortunate. Ugh. But I think all I really needed was the trap to actually get the kill. Well, 310. I should probably pay attention to how much damage I do to the Fire Elf Hunter versus her. Because I know I did 310 to her, but I think I did around 500 to the Fire Elf. Let's see, let's place this trap here. And then I will use a frog next turn, and if it still doesn't kill, I will blade and use the ghoul, which should be enough. But I should be good. Yep. All I was missing was that trap the last time. And I got a dark sprite pet.
How dare you upstage my comeback performance? It was going so well, too. I laughed. I cried. Oh, it was better than Firecats. Enjoy this day, whelp. For when you bear witness to Malister's malum opus, then you will be sorry. This entire wretched city will be sorry!
I have no doubt that we will be. But I also have no doubt that I will be the one to put an end to it.
Did you capture Bastilla's whale? Great! What's that? She warned there's still more to Malister. Drake, the Death Professor? I'd heard he blew himself up with a death school after his sweet wife, Sylvia, passed. Truth be told, I'm not surprised. There was always a certain darkness about him. Sylvia was too good for that entire Drake family, if you ask me. Nonetheless, we still need to transmute Bastilla's whale into a cure for the Fire Elves. We'll just need a few things before we... Unfortunately, the alchemical transmutation will require some equipment that I'm no longer privy to. One student turns himself into a humongo frog, and everyone wants the alchemy professor run out of town. Bartleby forbid Ambrose have my back. Anyhow, Anyhow, I can make do with crafting equipment. Here's a list of items to borrow from Gloria Crendel in Old Town. Just, don't mention my name.
Understandable. I'll try not to mention your name, but it may come up in passing. I also need to go talk to Gloria Crendel myself. So this works out. Getting stuck on walls. Are you the second fire cat? Or the third? Yes, you are. So cute. Let's use this to teleport back to the main gate. And this tends to be why taking side quests can actually be helpful. A lot of the quests loop back in on themselves. For you need to talk to, defeat, and whatnot.
I knew you'd have no trouble securing those supplies. Now, I hope those robes serve you.
Hello, young wizard. How can I help you craft today? You'd like to borrow some crafting items. One large beaker, one crucible, 5 aludels, and a small athanor. Well, this is your lucky day. I just received a crate of those items. Of course, there are a few other items in the crate as well. Tell Greta she's welcome to them too. Call it an overdue parting gift. But I can spot Greta's alchemy setup a mile away. Don't worry. Everybody knows she's been hiding on Firecat Alley. Oh, do say hello for me.
Of course. Of course everyone knows it. All of those side quests I will be doing on my own time after stream. Well, stream and the recording session entirely. It's been an hour and a half already. And I'm just about done with the Firecat Alley and Cyclops Lane both together. That's right, this was right next to her.
How did it go? You got everything on the list? And Gloria says hello? Oh. Let's just get this done. Go set up the alchemy table over there.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that equipment is nice enough for an amateur like you to perform the transmutation. Go on. Just place the Herkimer stone on the crucible. There we are. Now bring me the potion and let me check your work.
Certainly, Greta.
Wow. A+ work here, young one. Good work. Now for the next part of the plan. The curative intonation potion will work similarly to the initial curse, so you'll need to administer it to an influential fire elf. Alakane Swift Arrow is the most famous fire elf actor alive. Once he's cured, just explain to him that it's up to him to pass the cure on to his people.
There we go.
You'll find Alakane in the Fire Globe Theater. I've imbued your wand with the curative potion. Now go give Alakane a good thwacking.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I'll do just that. Grab the chest. There's the smith that I had mentioned. Unfortunately, that's not one of the fire kitties I need to gather. And let's just go in here. This is the end of the quest line in Firecat Alley, as well as I can grab this book about fire magic here.
Fire for Friddle, the greatest magicians have something to learn. Fire for Friddle, Wizard City must burn. Fire for Friddle.
I shouldn't need this trap or the second blade for this guy since he doesn't resist death. But he might have enough health to survive the initial frog. No, he does not. Not anywhere close. I would have actually hit right there if I had a power pip there. So thankful to have this pet already made. $621 damage. Pretty good if I do say so myself.
Lo, the dark resonance hath been driven from my brain. By the hand of this gentle wizard, I am again stark raving sane. How can I ever repay you?
Well, before I talk to you, I just need to, read the book here.
In the beginning, there was the Dragon Titan, an immortal being capable of burning an entire world or rekindling a soul's lost spark. From the embers left in its wake, there came the race of dragons who harnessed the power of fire to rule the lands. As fire magic passed to younger races, dragons were pushed out of the fledgling worlds, seeking refuge neath the sleeping form of their ancestor. Their Drake offspring formed alliances with roving human clans to rebel against their parents, ultimately establishing the Empire of Dragonspire.
You say only I can deliver my people from the grip of this dreadful Banshee's curse? But how? I am an actor. We are the opposite of people. The cure and my voice hath entwined? Then accept the role of hero I must, and I shall deliver a performance for the ages to the streets!
So creepy looking. I really do hate the new look of the fire elves. I really do. It's so bloody creepy. The mistwood was buried in the leaves right there. I almost missed it. Looks like some roadwork's being done outside.
Well, did you fix this mess? Can I go back to my stories now? Finally! This whole ordeal has made me realize that I don't miss working with students as much as I'd previously thought. No offense. Run along then, dear. And if you would be so kind as to omit my name from your official reporting to the City Guard, I'd appreciate it. Ta-ta!
I am very curious as to where this is from. What this is a image based off of. And that's a portrait of Shane Von Shane in the book. That looks like the catacombs in Valencia. That looks like a waterfall in a forest from Grizzleheim. That picture right there is absolutely beautiful. Time to go talk to Private Quinn. Before that, actually, I will do
Hey,
your side
newbie,
quest.
or should I say hero of Firecat Alley? We're all set to resume in the middle. She might be less inclined to start a fight if someone with your reputation delivers the bad news. You'll do
Ow.
it? Thanks!
She is also death. I will need at least that trap. Don't think I'll need the blade, but just in case. How many spells is that? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Focus, Molina. Be the juiceable. From the top. Juiceable do, and juiceable can. Juiceable can, and juiceable do. Intruder! How dare you! I'll have you know, I've recently been cast as a major role in a very prestigious local theater production. Why are you interrupting rehearsals? There's no role for me? But Lizzo said she made up the character so I'd stop harassing her? And I see that Lizzo was wrong for lying to me. Just as I see that she was also wrong about me not getting violent. Come here!
Okay, Melwina. I'll teach you a thing or two about not getting violent. Ow. 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 My neck. My neck. My neck. Ow. Alright, she does have a lot less health than the, Bastilla, but... Oh, nice. They're accepting their defeat by passing there. $726 is how much I did to the minion. Through your resist, how much damage am I going to do? 471. Okay.
I quit! I don't want that stupid part in that stupid play with those stupid fire-elves anyway! Ugh. Musical cat! He's so stupid! Ugh.
Hey, Wiz, how'd Melwina take the news? She said the part was stupid. And attacked you? I'm so sorry. At least she's out of her hair now. To be honest, she's right about the part being stupid. It was the best name I could conjure up on the spot. Guess we gotta blame it on my juice. Thanks for your help, newbie. I could tell you're gonna be a star around here. Now go on, dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving.
All right. So, Private Quinn.
Great balls of fire! You're alive! When I didn't hear back from you, I just assumed... Well, I'm glad you weren't fricasseed. Did you find Lizzo? She's safe now? Whew! And a cure for the Fire Elves' madness is being administered as we speak? You're amazing! You should tell Sergeant Muldoon!
That's the plan.
Feel free to mention how I'm still bravely defending this position. If it comes up. Thanks, Wizard. I couldn't have done it without you.
No, you really couldn't. That's not even you being in a... You exaggerating. You really couldn't, Private Quinn?
Hello again, young wizard. Do the smell of brimstone and burnt hair spell word from Firecat Alley? You helped quell an undead insurrection and cure the Fire Elf curse? Impressive! We're not out of the woods yet, but we're making headway. Good job on cleaning up those streets. You know, if this whole student of magic thing doesn't work out, you have a bright future as a guard.
Thank you, Sergeant Muldoon, for the compliment.
For now, though, report back to the headmaster and tell him that everything is under control.
Alrighty, and that is the end of the 3 streets. Now, need to go talk to Merle Ambrose, and I think go to Nightside, or it might be Colossus Boulevard. Because Crab Alley's at level 12. And that's going to be its own sort of adventures.
Alistair broke open the sealed caves and unleashed the undead. Why? Deranged as he's become, I can't believe chaos is his only ambition. He was always dedicated to his wife, Sylvia. When illness claimed her, his devotion led him to delve into terrible rituals to restore her to life. I forbade him. He ignored me and destroyed the death school in his folly. Now he seeks the Order of the Fang, a lost sect with their own secrets. We must learn why. There is a being who sees through time with the eyes of history and the future, gifted him by the grandmother of ravens. But his eye of history was stolen some time past, and without it, his vision is limited and his memory dull. Alas, we haven't any other choice. So come with me, wizard, to Ravenwood. I have a very important task for you today, young wizard. Your studies will have to wait.
This is one of the old dialogues before they updated it.
You've done such a great job elsewhere. I could use your magic on Colossus Boulevard. I had to lock the gate because the street had become too dangerous.
The only reason why you can tell is the voice. The voice actor is different, as well as the text here.
Task for you today, young wizard. Your studies will have to
As it says your wizard's name here instead of wizard, like every other dialogue text has said.
You've done such a great job elsewhere. Professor Greyrose summoned an army to run out the ghosts. Something must have gone very wrong with the gate guard. Private O'Doyle can tell you more. Please find him in the shopping district and see if he needs help.
That will be the next area I go to after I talk to Bartleby here.
Once upon a time, there was the first world, inhabited by primal beings and 3 terrible titans. The feuding titans shattered their world. The primal tree and grandmother Raven sang the song of creation and wove its fragments together into the spiral. This is one of those primal beings, Bartleby, the grandfather of trees. He guided me to bring you here, and it's his insight we seek now.
My sight is not what it once was. My gaze has turned foul and my memory is fading. You must find the one from the world without magic.
This is that one, Bartleby. Oh dear. You see, wizard, he can't stay with us.
My sight is not what it once was. My gaze has turned
In
foul
reference
and
to
my
the fact that
memory
our
is
wizard was taken from a different universe entirely.
without magic.
Universe entirely. Our wizard was taken from Earth. Kidnapped, if you will.
This is that one, Bartleby. Oh dear. You see, wizard, he
Beware the spiders, fire rings, the alligator eats the stars. Malice there, if you take my eye, my gaze will turn foul, and your spirit rotten.
Beware the spiders. Arc 2. Fire Rains. That would be either Arc 1 or still Arc 2 with the fact of Azteca and Dragonspire. The alligator eats the stars. I don't know much about that reference there. I'm going to quickly do something with this. Come on. There. Apologies for the delay. Seriously? There we go.
Malistaire stole the eye of history? Of course. And this repeated bit about a gaze turning foul. There was once a spectre named Foulgaze. He often haunted Sapphira's Tower in Old Town. Perhaps his patterns haven't changed. You must investigate it once.
Will do, Ambrose, will do. I'm just gonna continue on with this until, it takes me out of Wizard City. Or to the death school underneath the, area. No, I'll leave that for now. I can get some slightly new equipment with a ring and amulet, but I have just no need to. I'll get a level 10 amulet, actually. Death Trap, Weakness, Myth Trap, Myth Trap, Pendant. I could also just grab a Fire Elf. Actually, what's the Ghoul Pendant? Is that not a Ghoul Pendant? I could have sworn there used to be. Probably just not in the Bazaar here. There it is. Inspect, 180. Higher than my, I'll actually just grab the Choker, though. For, a Death Trap. Does give me 2. Let's do that. And I will be back in just a moment. I need to go use the restroom real quick. So, see you guys in a few minutes. Alrighty, everyone. Apologies about that. Now let's get back to it. And go to Sapphira's? Sapphira's, because Sapphire. Yeah. Sapphira's Tower.
On the trail of the Order of the Fang, Part 2. Still looking for the Order of the Fang. How I did not find the Order of the Fang useless. Who are you? Oh, you're the one that dealt with the Harvest Lord, the Banshee and the Bunny. I was hoping to meet you. I enjoy a challenge. Take a good look, wizard, because this foul gaze will be your last.
The typical boss that ends up happening to be one of the most common bosses for people to get a badge called 1 in a million on. Because it tends to be secluded, and people tend to not actually come in here at all. Well, unless they join you on a sigil or teleport to you, they won't ever interrupt your battle. That's empty. With Falgaze having 650 health, I don't know if 2 blades, 2 traps will be enough to defeat him. Might have been better if I put a Banshee in instead of the Ghoul. But we shall see. We shall definitely see. I guess while I'm working on this, I can also end up getting this pulled up for later tonight and start typing this out. Slowly but surely. Six HP. I almost killed him with the first attack. Excuse me.
While you were busy playing with elves and bunnies, I found every book on the Order of the Fang and sent them to my master. The useful ones, anyway. What? No, not Malastare. I don't serve Malastare. I serve Lord Nightshade, Keeper of the Darkness. He serves Malastair. And he rules even now from the place of our banishment, the hub of our new undead kingdom, the Haunted Cave. You know the one I tried? It's ours.
Foul gaze. The history of magic.
Traditional theory holds that there are two broad categories of magic. Elemental, fire, ice, storm, and spiritual, life, death, and myth. Legends of astral magic from ancient Celestia often complicated those old definitions, but there has yet to be physical evidence of the practice. It was ultimately the discovery of balance magic on Krokotopia that upended the previous paradigms and introduced a composite sorcery. Blended the powers of the elemental schools, while also being able to enhance or debilitate spiritual powers. Today, balance is considered one of the core 7 schools of magic, but many institutions have yet to fully incorporate it into curricula.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to incorporate a balance into studies. Heh. Do I go get potion first, or do I just run through the lane as is? Probably just run through the lane as is. Looking at this, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's grab a health wisp. I can go here. I can go here. Let's let him go to the very end.
Jeepers, don't sneak up on people like that. Don't you know this cave is haunted?
Yes, I am aware.
Isn't this place just wowzer? I heard all the seals were broken, and I had to finally see what kind of ghosts are in here. I read books on these caves. All the books in the library, actually. But nothing makes history come alive more than really seeing the ghosts.
I believe it.
Did you come here out of intellectual curiosity, too? Oh, Lord Nightshade. I've heard of him. Mean guy. He lives in that big tower down the way. Well, I say lives. He doesn't live. He's dead. He unlives in the tower. If you go fight him and survive, can you bring me a souvenir? Ooh, or ask him about the realms of the dead. Like the underworld, or Nightside, or Tartarus. I'm super curious. I bet they're nice.
And I can upgrade my ring there, which gives me a little bit more health. I have now broken 1100 health. And I am level 11. Translation, one more level to go till I can go to Crab Alley. Will I get Crab Alley before or after Colossus Boulevard? I think it might actually be possible to go there before. 1950. This isn't giving any... Not counting this 355 here. Okay. Then, no, I don't think I will be getting Crab Alley before I get Colossus Boulevard.
You truly think to face me, wizard? Do you have any concept of what I am? No mere ghost lost in the ether. I am darkness.
I should be able to do this with this deck.
King of the dead, Lord of the night side, master of the things in the dark which float and scream. And now you have the honor of becoming one of my subjects.
It is quite the honor to study underneath you, Lord Nightshade. But first, let me read the history of death magic.
The original practitioners of death magic were shunned by their societies, written off and punished as plague carriers and spirit thieves. And it's true that many of ill intent found a school with such spooky spells thematically amenable. The worst such group was the cult of the corrosive Taurus, a sect from ancient Azteca who loathed the song of creation and sought to unwrite it. They traveled across nascent skyways, summoning banshees and spectral skulls to scream a discordant melody that could unmake worlds.
That is hilarious. Alright, tap him back in.
Some believe Bartleby himself intervened to stop them, cursing the death cult with eternal life, sealed forever in a soundproof prison.
Okay. Thank you for waiting, Lord Nightshade. Ooh, a power pit. That's gonna kind of come in handy, not really. Another power pip, wow. Alright. This, I don't think will defeat Lord Nightshade here, but it'll get him pretty close. I won't have to deal with that field guard anymore, though, thankfully. Yep. 105 HP left on Nightshade there. About 115. I believe this still has 3 turns. So because I don't have any other spells to use, aside from these two, no buffs, I will just hit him with this and hit him with a wand hit next. Hopefully that is enough, or else I will have to restart this fight and add just a little bit of spells back in. But this should be enough.
The books on the Order of the Fang? I have not these things. I collected them as gifts. Gifts to the one who freed us. To the necromancer concealed safely in my domain. In the night side, where no mortal thing can see him.
Suspicious. Grab that. Come right over here. Grab a health wisp. And a health wisp. And a health wisp. Now go talk to Willow. I never truly realized how long this path is. This feels so much longer than it used to.
Wowzer! Oh, you survived! Or did you? You two seem solid and opaque, but it might just be the lighting. Nightside. The underplane that sits between the realms of life and death, which can't be seen by mortal eyes. Or do you mean a different night side? No, that's the one you mean. Yeah, I've read about it. All about it. It's a real physical place somewhere. You just can't see it. Ghosts can, so you'd need ghost eyes. Oh, or the fiery gaze of something possessed by spectral energy. Like those field guards. Defeat field guards and get their pumpkin heads. Then I can do a thing and reveal Nightside.
Okay. Alrighty then. I don't need that. Literally, I should have re-enabled that wand hit. So, 395. I will just double blade frog. One of two. I should be able to defeat him with a single Banshee instead, resulting in a turn 2 victory.
Wowzer, you did a great job! These pumpkin heads are perfect! Unfortunately, I can't do the thing. I thought I could. I read all about it while you were gone, but I can't. I can do stuff, but what you need is a thing. Headmaster Ambrose knows about things. All things. You should ask him for help.
I don't know if I return back to you afterwards. I don't think I do, so, but let's leave a mark just in case. Now to just wait for the game to load.
Wizard, I'm afraid Bartleby's mind remains jumbled. What's that you say? You need me to do a thing. Oh, my young... Ah, you believe Malistaire is hiding in Nightside? That explains much. It would conceal him from all but Bartleby, thus the theft of his eye. But I see your plan. I can enchant these ghostly pumpkins to transfer their vision into yours, allowing you to see that which dead things see. At least for a short time. It'll take but a moment. There. It is done. Go now. Follow your instincts.
Alrighty.
Path to Nightside.
And now I am gaining access to Nightside, where the Death School is, where I can actually properly train all my spells.
A wizard? It has been so long. Have you come seeking the School of Death Magic? You have found it, and much more. The Death School and I once sat above in the Ravenwood under the shade of the grandfather tree. But in his rage and sorrow, Malistaire stole us. He feigned an explosion and shifted the very land upon which the school sits here to the night side. From this haven he conducts his research into what I do not know. All I could do was sit and wait for Bartleby to see us and send help. His eye of history was stolen? No! Malistaire must have done this. He is in the school now. You must fix what he has broken.
Yeah, before I do that, actually, could you give me a few things? Yeah, like this, this infection here. I may use it eventually, I don't know. And then I would love to get this pacify at level 15, but I don't need it right now. Now I remove these from my deck. Okay. Halt, Malistaire! I have come to stop your shenanigans!
Master, what about this book? The Order of the Fang was born of, some word that starts with K.
Give me that. Crocotopia, you dunce. And I knew that already. I've been scouring the place for ages. I came back here to find where in Oh, I see. Yes, this book does indeed have the answer I seek. So you're too late, wizard. Yes, I remember you. You fought my minions, thwarted all my diversions, but it doesn't matter.
I've already won.
That was very dramatic. It's just a book. Hello there. I'm Dworgen, caretaker of the Death School. What's your name?
Hello, Dorgan.
Did you know the Death School moved to Nightside? That's an odd name. Oh, I get it. I thought it was darker than usual outside. Haven't gotten out much. And my master started bringing me books to study. Oh, and an orb that he said could show us all of history. I have history. No, don't have any. I have new dyes, though, if you want some. Still crunchy, too. Anyway, my master couldn't get the orb to work, so he traded it for more books. We've read everything to find the Order of the Fang. Turns out they're on Krokotopia in a great... something that begins with S. You should probably tell the headmaster the Death School moved. Don't want the students to miss class.
Indeed, we don't want the students to miss class, and let's go ahead and grab Threefold Fever, which actually I'm so glad that Death actually gets now. This used to only be available on an amulet dropped in a dungeon at level 90. But now you can also enter that dungeon a little bit earlier too. Alright. Hello!
Some good news, Wizard. The guards are reporting progress in pushing out the remaining undead, thanks to you. Now tell me, did you find Nightside?
Yes, I did.
What? Oh my, this is indeed distressing news. But at least we know what happened to the Death School and poor Morgan. I'll manage shoring up our passage to Nightside so we can resume proper death classes. But we must still contend with
I didn't realize this is where you got sacrifice.
We know he seeks the Order of the Fang, a mysterious sect of wizards from Krokotopia, but we don't know why. With Bartleby's eye missing, we must rely on old-fashioned methods to find out. I need you to follow Malistair's trail to Krokotopia. Take these 2 spiral keys. They will grant access to the world door inside Bartleby. Even in his current state, he can guide you from there.
Okay, with that out of the way, I will now start doing the Colossus Trouble quest. Simply put, I need to start doing Colossus Boulevard. Although I am slightly concerned about the memory on my PC. No, that's not what I meant to click. That's not what I meant to click. This is. 2 gigabytes of free. Okay, this, I should have enough. I will just need to be doing some slight management later.
We could really use your help. Strange creatures have taken over Colossus Boulevard. We don't know where they came from, but they eat everything in sight. We call them gobblers. I admire you, wizards. My niece studies ice magic at Ravenwood, but I'm worried about her. She said she was doing some school project on Colossus Boulevard, but I don't know why she has to do it now. Would you go speak to her and see if she needs any help? Her name is Mindy Pixiecrown.
Sure. I can do that. Although I do find it slightly odd that your niece is named Pixie Crown, but you're O'Doyle? Usually isn't it the, oh, I guess if you had a sister and she married into a family, then she would have taken over the name. It's usually by choice, though. Like, mutual agreement that the last name would be taken over. I don't know.
That's so sweet of my uncle to send you. I'm so glad you came too. I've been doing some ice research for Professor Greyrose, but I had to stop. I really need your help. This is horrible. First the gobblers showed up and started eating everything in sight, and then these evil snowmen. They're all over the place. We must get rid of them, but there are so many. Hey, I know. Why don't you defeat some of them and see if that will chase the rest away?
That's not going to be the case at all. I'm sorry, but, like, that's not going to work. So it says to defeat Gobbler Scavenger, not Gobbler Scouter. I don't need that. I don't need the wand hit, definitely. I'll keep that in. I'll add that in. I don't need the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. Okay. I'm good with that. Deathblade. Slurp, 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 buddy. Is that some good water? Alright, now to go deal with the evil snowman.
That didn't seem to make a dent in those gobblers at all. They're still eating the city. Go speak with Professor Greyrose. Maybe she will know what to do. I'll try to keep their damage to a minimum.
Understandable, Pixie. Mindy. Let's go to the commons, grab a potion, and then head to the, head to Ravenwood. I don't need to use it immediately, even though I have the funds for it. I can wait to gain health gen naturally. Wrong door. Wrong door entirely.
Oh dear, I was afraid of that. It was an accident. I didn't mean to summon those gobblers. And those evil snowmen aren't doing a thing to help. They're actually causing more trouble. The biggest problem with gobblers is that they're always hungry. Let's try brewing a potion to make them lose their appetite. The snowmen we'll deal with later. Here is a list of ingredients for the potion. Take it back to Minty Pixie Crown on Colossus Boulevard.
Alrighty, appreciate that. Let's return. Hello, Mindy.
A magic potion? Excellent idea! I'll begin working on this list she gave us. I'll set up the cauldron for the potion here. Can you get the first you can find that growing right here in Colossus Boulevard. Go gather some for me.
I will certainly do that. And as we look on the map, it is more towards the end of the streets. So right beside that tower, right beside the ending tower. Should also be some, like, in the center island right there, but I'm not going to bother trying to cross the street yet. There's the first little bit of stinkweed. There is a little bit more stinkweed right here. And there's the last bit of stinkweed I should have marked, but there I don't really need to because there's a teleporter right up here. I'm actually going to use this and then go to Hildreth Perch. Grab the smith from back here. And there should be a little bit of stinkweed right over here. Alright. Mindy.
Woo! This stinkweed really... That's all I need. I'll brew the potion. Here's the first batch of potion, young wizard. Hopefully this will make the gobblers stop. While I'm making more, go beat some gobblers in combat and make them drink the stinkweed potion.
Time to go fight some more scouters. This time the quest actually is calling it what they are. Alright. Thank God that there's 2 in each fight now to speed up progress.
All done? Excellent. Let's see if the potion had any effect. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the potion didn't quite work. I don't want to bother the... I know. The Gobbler King lives in the large palace at the very end of the street. Maybe I'll try to brew a stronger potion. See if you can make a deal with the Gobbler King to stop eating and leave the city.
Maybe not to leave the city or stop eating, but
I've been waiting for a shipment of ballast.
It is Briskby's tower. He's over here.
Thank goodness someone found me.
I will not bother with your quest quite yet. I will do that on my own time. I just wanted to get it and start working on it. Slowly but surely. Now I go over here and challenge this sigil.
You'll have to get past me if you want to see the king.
Prince Gobblestone and the history of ice magic behind him. Yeah, I should be able to kill him in 2 turns.
In the first world, the children of Lady Nightstar, the Grandmother Raven, battled constantly.
Okay.
Titans they were, embodiments of ice, fire, and storm. Their conflict shook the world, but by the time of the spiral, only their offspring remained. Giants were the descendants of the Ice Titan, who used his power to create frost castles from frozen clouds. Like their ancestor, they battled the dragons on the ground until the wars decimated both races. Giants retreated to the world now known as Grizzleheim, where the few who still remain rule the frigid realm of Wintertusk.
Alrighty, I believe I am done with that, so I just need to send it to a friend of mine. Start.
A tiny wizard. Hello, tiny wizard. Have you come to surrender your city?
Just had to correct some minor spelling errors there. Copy that. Bring that over here.
You want us to leave? Oh no! No, no, no! My people love it here. We shall call this city New Gobblerton.
Oops, that's not where I needed to put that. God dang it, I hate that I can't spell. Alright, there we go. I can now fully close all of that.
If you prove to be good servants, perhaps we shall let the tiny wizard stay in New Gobblerton. Here is my royal decree.
You pick up the royal decree to take back to Mindy Pixie Crown.
Okay. Yes, I'm sure I want to leave the dungeon. Why else would I be walking this way?
The Gobbler King wants us to surrender Wizard City? Big problem. Big problem. I can't believe the Gobblers are trying to claim Wizard City. We need to tell Headmaster Ambrose. Take the Gobbler King's royal decree to Headmaster Ambrose. See what he thinks we should do.
Okay. We'll do that.
What? This decree doesn't even make sense. It's just pictures of ice cream and chickens drawn in crayon.
Headmaster Ambrose shakes his head sadly.
The gobblers may be a larger problem than we realized. I hate to ask, but you need to go duel some of them to test their strength.
Okay. Very close to leveling up. I'm gonna go turn in the quest of Boris Tallstaff. As well as... Wasn't there another one? No, just Boris Tallstaff. Oh yeah, Inspector Zeke. Prospector Zeke, not Inspector. And that was a notice from Melinda Wu about gardening. And that's a notice from So Homer Sunblade about Crab Alley.
You found the books on the ancient history? Wow, that's a lot. Okay. We need to get the straight dirt from the horse's mouth. Meaning, go ask all the trees themselves. While you do that, I'll study the books.
I like how he gives you a level 5 ring when you get a level 10 ring from quests prior, and you wouldn't be level 5 by the time you turn in the quest. you'd be closer to level 10 or higher. It is rough. Essentially, what he's giving you is just gold. Ah. 3 sets of gobblers, yeah. Gobbler Glutton, Gobbler Muncher, Gobbler Gorger. Glutton, Gobbler. So no Gobbler Scouts. There's the Gobbler Gorgers. Double Blade Frog should be enough, because 285, yep. Or a single Blade Frog, if I get a Power Pip, should be more than enough. Which I didn't. Oh well. Ow. Okay, go this way. There's one of the barrels. If I'm going to be passing it, I might as well pick it up. I'm just not going to go out of my way to seek them. Go a little bit further down the street to get closer to the gluttons to fight them right after these guys. I am Hey, Telebot, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day today. Hope you were having fun playing Rocket League with, the duders. Processing. There, I think, is the final barrel I need to gather. Grab that now. Oof. And a lurker. I am both proud but also ashamed of those emotes. Proud at the formatting, ashamed of how I got them. Grab that. Now I need to go to Merle Ambrose, but might as well go talk to Kirby Longspear real quick in the process.
Ah, you found my barrels. Now, if but I need
Accept
to deliver
that,
that
do
sugar.
that later.
Children would be disappointed without their cookies.
Go here.
Would you battle a few
Ping
of
that.
those evil snowmen and chase them
Go
away?
to the Commons to
Then I
go
can
talk to
deliver the
Merle
goods to
Ambrose
Cosmo.
once again.
Good. Now that we know how strong the gobblers are, I have a plan. Please deliver this letter to Mindy Pixie Crown for me. Your hard work will pay.
Headmaster Ambrose hands you an official-looking document. Mindy Pixie Crown reads the official-looking document.
I think this plan will work. This plan calls for challenging the Gobbler King's two closest advisors, Baron Greebly and Baron Rotunda. Dueling isn't my strength, so you're the only one who can do this, young wizard. They're each hiding out in towers. One
Alright,
at
let's
each end
grab
of the
that,
street.
and I now need to
Defeat them
respond.
and see what the Gobbler King has to say then.
Alright. Just so the editor actually knows exactly what I'm wanting, since he just seeked verification there. Wonder if... Alright, I don't think I need a mark here. Alright, let's go deal with, Baron Greebly first.
Is it time for dinner yet? You look like you'd make a good stew. Get over here.
Ooh, and I boost to these guys. Awesome. Sure hope I can get a power pip. I did, so I can hit next turn. Will that be enough, though? It might not. But if it is, that's all the better. I know it's enough to deal with the minion very clearly. Nice, it was enough. Now to go deal with Baron Rotunda at the very end near Hildreth Perch. Also, since I am level 12, I believe there is a spell I can go grab at Malorn Ashthorn or Dorgan. But I will go do that in a little bit.
You've come to take away my treats? I can't allow that. To battle!
Alright, I didn't get a power pip this time, so I'm probably gonna need to take 2 turns. Unfortunate. Yup, had a feeling that was gonna be the case. That's kind of funny. It's pretty cool, though. That's very pretty. Hi, bird. How you doing today? Thanks for stopping by. And I am very much doing well. Love that Mew emote there. That is absolutely adorable, and I want to know where you got it. Very much appreciate the sentiment there. Oh, such a cute Bulbasaur and Charmander. Yeah, no, I need to... and then a Clefairy, a Jigglypuff, Pikachu, Squirtle, Butterfree. So adorable. Raichu even? So cute. Yeah, no, I am also a Pokemon lover, and yeah, no, Alolan Raichu is alright, but it's... Fairy typing made it a little weird. I can understand the wanting to put spin on things with regional typings, because of them adapting to the environments. But that just doesn't make sense for some of the other generations that don't have a regional type of the same Pokemon.
Ah, the little wizard is back. Are you ready to surrender now?
You tell the Gobbler King about your battles with Barons Greebly and Rotunda.
What? You defeated them? I find that hard to believe. I'll have to send someone to find out if what you say is true or not.
Just as the Gobbler King is getting ready...
Sir, the two Barons have been defeated by a student wizard. What shall we do?
No worries. Safe travels back home, bird.
Oh dear. What you said is true. Then that means New Gobblerton, Wizard City, is yours. I ask that we are allowed to stay here. Our old home was filled with witches, and we are too scared to go back. I promise we will not eat so much. You have my word.
Thank you, Gobbler King, for giving me your word that you will not eat as much, even though you clearly have quite the big stomach. All of you do. And hello there, Mindy.
Young wizard, you have brought peace with the Gobblers. You've done a great job. Be sure to tell Headmaster Ambrose what the Gobbler King said. Now I can get back to my project.
Alright, and there's the end of that. Due to the environment, simply put. And there's no Pichus in Alola and Sun and Moon either. The not having the Alolan Pikachu is also something that I will agree is a slight mess up. But if they're adapting, they're going to be evolving. Therefore, the adaptation was after the evolution. So there not being a fairy type for Pikachu, an Alolan Pikachu, makes a little bit more sense in that regard.
You tell Headmaster Ambrose what the Gobbler King said about their home world.
My. I certainly don't want to force them to go back to a world where they aren't welcome. Very well. We will let them stay on Colossus Boulevard. It appears we have new neighbors.
Camera. Is there actually a Pokemon daycare in Sun and Moon? There is. I honestly never used it, but it's because technically hatching a I'm pretty sure there is a Pichu in there just from hatching, but you can't find it in the wild. I just know that you can't find Pichu in the wild in those games. anyways, I am going to be calling stream here
To explore new worlds,
after
heed
this
my
dialogue
words.
that I didn't
All
read the
the
track.
worlds of the spiral are connected through world doors, which are the keys the headmaster gave you will allow you to travel to the desert world of Kropotopia and back here too. Throughout your adventures, you will discover new keys and new worlds and wondrous things. I chose you for a reason, and while my mind is fogged and my memories fade, I trust my path. Yours will be an incredible journey, young wizard. Now it is time.
Alright, as I had mentioned, I'm going to be calling a stream here, as well as this will be the next stream will be me starting up Crab Alley at possibly a higher level. Unsure if I'll level up again before then. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, and have a good one, guys.